Our typeface design represents the concept of home. We investigated what it is that really defines or makes a home. For us, as designers, home begins with an idea, a drawing, and ultimately a plan. An architectural plan is one of the beginning points for all homes. A floor plan is like an artwork to an architect, and everything is done with detailed precision and accuracy. It conveys an idea and is a technical way to document a building. Draft Plan Font was created by analysing hand-drawn architectural plans and taking key design elements from the drawings to create a new and modern typeface. Our design team wanted to create a new architectural typeface that would pay homage to architects and designers throughout time. We wanted to create a contemporary font that would be used in architectural magazines and digests, design posters and presentations. Because of the typeface's contemporary style, it is not limited to only an architectural context and could also be used in many different instances. By analysing the floor plans, we were able to find design features that stood out to us, features that we would be able to incorporate into our typeface design. On older hand-drawn plans, we noticed a few common elements throughout the drawings. These elements were ink bleeds from the pens used, the use of thick versus thin pen weights, architectural symbols, and as well we noticed that the corners and junctions crossed over within the drawings. As we began drawing our typeface, we began experimenting with the elements found within the architectural plans. Through our own hand-drawn exploration, we found that the door symbol in the plan was a versatile shape that was able to express many different letters and numerals. Not only was this symbol chosen to represent our font because of its versatility, but also because of its connection to the concept of home. Now that the main form of our typeface had been chosen, we were then able to add embellishments and quirks to further define our font design. We looked at using different pen weights to add depth and dimension, as well as overextending junctions and corners. This was done to replicate the elements of the floor plan and create a more hand-drawn effect. To create the font, previous hand drawings from our experimentation and elements from plans were imported into Illustrator as a guide for our typeface. This method was repeated to create the rest of the numbers and numerals throughout the typeface design.
There is a lot of white space in between letter forms, which means that just neutral tracking does not work. It needs kerning. So such as can be seen here with the V and lowercase item vowels. Also the circle your forms such as the O and the A. They require kerning to make words seem more balanced between the forms. Kerning can be seen in the U's, whichever extend back from the previous glyph or letter. Forms such as P need to account for all the white space underneath them, and also forms such as C. Serifs, or the arms that come out from the stem of many of the characters, such as in the L, they take up quite a bit of space, and this is so that the letter can be distinguished from the previous letter. It also gives it a chance to create that guideline effect seen in the architectural drawings. So it's like the guidelines are guiding the form of the next letter. This is why we don't have too much, we don't have a sender that's beyond the cap height. We just have a straight cap height and a straight or one straight descender. The concept behind the font itself requires the guidelines, or these little forms, to have a relationship with the next form, T, A, B. See how all these lines are in line, and it's like you're creating a floor plan, for lack of a better word. It's like you're creating a design that has good relationships between each other. They're not just separate, they have a purpose, such as seen in the crossbar. The crossbar is in line with the center and the top of the X height, showing that there is a relationship between the two. If we were to put an X height more traditionally about 2/3 up from the cap height, look off, because the lines would not align with the cap crossbar, and this would make the concept of the typeface to be lackluster,